we all live downstream. I mean, that's what it comes down to. We're all connected through water. So. My name is Lynell Garfield. You can find me at clearmountainstream.com. I'm a hydrologist on the Truckee River here in Reno, and I've written a children's book called The Secret Life of Streams that should be published early 2012. So I'm very excited about that. Well, so much of the images in this poem really caught me. So this piece is dragons. I know why you've come. You want me to tell you stories of dragons I have chased, armor that men wear, castles where we have dwelt. But you must understand time. Time begs no forgivenesses, gives no excuses, and won't be broken. Though the mystics tell me it bends. So be time for me, just for a minute, a stretched out second. Remember the dream of the blue speckled lizards and find your place in the dry riverbed of time. Don't try to understand the movement of water. It keeps its secrets inside of stones. Its poetry is there for you to read, but only the lizards know why. And something inside them longs to breathe fire into your settled soul. You know, I work on rivers, and I work on dry riverbeds, and I work on lizards and bugs and other invertebrates telling me about their place in time and their place in the world. I think the imagery you've used here is outrageous, and I can totally, I've seen these blue speckled lizards in my dreams, so it's pretty cool. The dream of the blue speckled lizards is really, for me, something about the dream life, the dream time, and holding a space between the worlds. So between dream and consciousness, between the subconscious and the waking hours, and finding your place in the dry riverbed of time, you know, finding your time, finding your space, finding your place, finding your name, your voice. The creative venture that I'm working on right now, which is a children's book. It's called The Secret Life of Streams, and it's told by Lorelei the Mayfly. This first book is the foundational book of a trilogy. So Lorelei gets to introduce her 13 friends to the young readers and tell them about the underwater world. Sort of like A Bug's Life, but underwater, you know. All these bugs that live in the sediments for up to 2 years as the larval form of insects, all have different levels of sensitivity to different types of pollution that they might encounter in the streams. So in a lot of ways, they hold the story of the river or the creek where they live. And if we can listen to them and they can find their voices and we can give them voice, then we can learn a lot about our water. We can learn a lot about what we're drinking and what we're doing to affect the waters. And so really they're the harbingers, they're the messengers of the water. And so they are the voice of the water if we only listen. And so we have to get out there and turn over rocks. We have to have kids connected, heart and soul, to the natural world, so that when the TV calls, when the video games call, they have that call, but they also have a fundamental understanding of the place, our place in the world, in the river, in time. And I think kids are keenly tuned into that, especially at a younger age where they're still, you know, wide-eyed about the wonder of the world and the magic around them, and, you know, the dry riverbeds and the blue speckled lizards.
What's the power of the word?
The space that defines it.
Very cool. You want to elaborate on that?
Well, it's an interesting thing, you know, the power of a word, because there's power in silence, there's power in emotion, there's power in thought, there's power in emotion. I think the power of the word is all about the intention that you put behind it. And by intention, I mean punctuation. You know, the yogis talk about the in-breath and the out-breath, and the space in between the breath being the space of perfection. You know, sort of the infinite enlightened moment. as the space between the breath. And so I think that words are even more than that because of what they inspire us to imagine. And I also realize that words have so much power that they can incite a riot. They can incite tears. They can cause one to fall in love. So I guess it's the power of infinity.
Nice. Very cool.
My name is Lynell Garfield Qualls. I'm a hydrologist on the Truckee River in the East Sierra, and I have just written a children's book called The Secret Life of Streams. And if you'd like to learn more about it, my website is clearmountainstream.com, all one word.
Stills now?
No, I didn't even cry.
No, you didn't. I tried not to get too snoopy. I didn't want to get.
How do you think I
face.
averted that introduction?